Hey guys, and welcome back to the review table, and today we're going to be taking a look at Studio Series number 64, Cliffjumper from the Bumblebee movie. Now taking a quick look at the box, here we have Cliffjumper. He's number 64, he's from the Studio Series line, he's from Bumblebee, Hasbro, Takara, his name's Cliffjumper, and he's an Autobot. The Transformers logo, you got on the side of the box, Cliffjumper, he's an authentic Transformer, he's an Autobot thing. My box is really bent, by the way. 64 Cliffjumper Studio Series is a class in multiple languages. Bumblebee up on top. On the back of the box, you have your product shots, the backdrop, the Hasbro logo, the warnings, the bio. He's big screen inspired. He's from Bumblebee. His name's Cliffjumper, and he's from the Cybertron Falls segment of the movie, which really he is. But he's also from when he dies. And by the way, the figure is good, but does not look as good as that production image. Wow, that cherry red is really beautiful. And now on the bottom, you get your barcodes and stuff. And that's it. So taking a look at the actual little guy himself. Here we have him. And he's nice. He's quaint. He's okay. He's not awful. He's not fantastic. But before we actually get into the figure itself, let's take a look at his accessory. And it's just his cannon, which is cast in black and has some nice silver paint for the barrel on it. But let's take a look at the actually no, before we actually get into it, let's get into some size comparisons, and then we'll take a look at the figure. So first, here we have the Studio Series Soundwave, and we can see how they compare, or how he compares to an Earth mode. And then we have Studio Series Dark of the Moon Sideswipe, and how it compares to another Earth mode. So taking a look at the actual figure, he is cast in a really off tomato red. And then the paint looks really nice. I don't know if it's faded because of how long I've had this figure, and the sun is just fading it out, which is entirely possible. But overall I really like it. So taking a look at the figure, you have some nice gunmetal for the exhaust port or whatever that is. I never really found out, and I mean, we never really figured out. Some nice headlight things. This side likes to untab a little bit, but that's just my copy of the figure. You got some nice translucent plastic for the back, or like for the windshield, with a nice red stripe painted on there. So you got some red painted for the rims of the tires, and on the back you just get stuff like molded detail, which is pretty nice. And on the bottom it's kibble, but you can't see the head, so it's all right. I guess it's a really good vehicle mode. I gotta be honest. For something like this, I think they pulled it off relatively well. Now, the figure is a retool, a heavy retool, of the off-road Bumblebee mold. Now, I never got that figure. I plan to at some point in the future, but this is my first experience with that mold. And it is a finicky transformation, but it's worth it when you actually get down to it. So to transform him, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to untab the front section. I have no nail right there. You're going to want to untab, oh my god, untab the front section on both sides, and there you go, and untab that if you want to, I guess. Lift this whole piece up, and you're going to want to untab these. They just tab in to these pieces right here. Kind of lift up, well, actually untab that a little bit. Lift up this whole section like so, and then fold that in, fold that down, and that'll make up the backpack. But taking a look at the legs, what you're going to want to do is just fold the feet down, fold down these ankle guards, do the same thing on the other side, and just bring the wheel around, bring this section down, and then just kind of fold that up so that you can actually bring the wheel in, and you want it to sit like such, and you kind of want the back section like this. Hold on. This section to sit like that. I'll be able to show you better when I actually get to do it on the other side too. So just kind of like that. Bring this whole assembly back. Kind of maneuver the wheel into that little slot right there. Bring this piece around. And then like so. So like that. That's how you kind of want it to look. So for the arms, just kind of bring this section down and then bring this section back. You're going to want to flip out the head if you can. It'd be nice if it would flip out though. Oh, why did I bite my nails off today? Alright, flip out the head. Bring them back. Bring out the arms. Kind of. So you're going to want to tab into those two ports right there with this. And that'll lock the arms in place. Kind of just fold the chest pieces out. Fold that in. Bring that backward. Just kind of force the head backward. Rotate the bicep forward. Same thing on the other side. And there you have Cliffjumper in his robot mode. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a really nice looking robot mode. Like it's really cute. It's super tiny and I like it. So I think this is one of the better Studio Series figures. I definitely don't think it's the best Cybertronian Studio Series figure. I definitely think that distinction goes to the Voyager Starscream. That thing looks amazing, but I have not picked it up yet. I really hope I can soon, because damn, it looks good. But for size comparison, here we have him with Earthrise Cliffjumper. Here we have him with Earthrise Wheeljack. And here we have him with a big boy, Masterpiece Ironhide. And you just get a sense of scale for how big this actually is, because this guy is huge. And I can't wait to eventually tackle this review. It's just going to be a very long time, because I want to be able to have a better camera than other than my phone. Because there's so much detail on this figure that I want to talk about, but I can't without a better camera. So, yeah, that's kind of a mini review on Ironhide, but let's get back to the Cliffjumper review. So taking a look at the closer details on his face, we have some silver and some blue for the eyes. On the wrist, we have some red, and throughout the rest of the mold, we have some gloss black, such as here, and on the feet. And even in, hold on, this section back here, we have some gloss black. But other than that, there's really not much paint on the figure, which is kind of unfortunate, but it makes sense, I suppose. But it could be better. So for articulation, the head is kind of on a ball joint, so can do that. Can look up that far, but only because of the transformation, and look down that far. I personally just keep it up here and try to move it side to side, because it does do that also. The arm is also on a ball joint, but can only go 360 if you rotate it around, as the wheel will get in the way. You have a little over 90 degrees of bend for the arm. arms can go out that far, and in that far, you do have a waist swivel, but the backpack kind of hinders it from going full 360. The legs can go, he can kick up that high, and he can kick back that far, a little over 90 degrees at the knee. He can almost do a full split, but not so much. The feet are also on ball joints, and the panel up here will move to accommodate any specific posability, but that's mostly because of transformation, as most of the articulation on this figure is caused by that. So that's about all I have to say for Cliffjumper. Now, if you want to get your own, there will be a link to Big Bad Toy Store or wherever you can, or wherever I found a link so you can buy this figure for yourself. I'm recording this on the night before it goes up because I was lazy as fuck this week and did not record it. Sorry, just started senior year. Now next week I will have a review pre-recorded, probably record it tomorrow, and that'll go up for premiere on probably Monday. Anyway, see you all next time, guys. Peace out.